This is Sports Radio KFH.
Hi, I'm Tom Connors. Went to Mark Patrick's hypnosis seminar February 6, 2019. Nothing worked before. Left there and never smoked again. Amazing. Easy, affordable, and guaranteed. A year later, with my wife, Michelle, attended Mark Patrick's weight loss seminar. She lost 18 pounds, and I lost 43 in 8 weeks.
It's true. He smoked 2 packs a day, and nothing worked until Mark Patrick hypnosis. Now we're losing weight together, eating healthy, full on half the food, crazy, enjoying exercising. Who would have believed Mark Patrick hypnosis really works?
It's amazing. I can breathe again. My blood pressure went down, and I've got so much energy.
So much energy.
And look great.
Stop smoking, lose weight now without cravings, irritability, or your money back. Only $59.99 guaranteed. Join Mark Patrick's hypnosis seminar and lose the weight. Stop smoking. Feel great for only $59.99 guaranteed. Sunday, March 29th at the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott Airport in Wichita. Weight loss hypnosis 11 a.m. Registration 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 2 p.m. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com. That's right, markpatrickseminars.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
I wanted a new color printer to add pizzazz to my prints.
Ooh, pizzazz can be pricey.
Well, now at Staples, you get up to 30% off select HP printers.
30% off an HP?
Yeah, I saved $120 on an HP Smart Tank 6001 with up to 3 years of ink included.
Why, that could be the last printer you'll ever need.
Could be.
Shop your local Staples today for big savings on HP.
That was easy.
Available in-store, online, or on the app. It's 4-4 exclusions apply.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching fever under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We've got trade wars, rising costs, global chaos, and a skyrocketing national debt. It's no wonder gold keeps hitting record highs. With everything going on in the world, thousands of hardworking Americans are looking to help diversify their savings with precious metals like gold and silver. And they're turning to the top-rated gold company, Goldco. Right now, Goldco is offering you a free 2025 gold and silver kit. Plus, you could get an unlimited instant match and bonus silver if you qualify. Find out how you can diversify your savings, tax and penalty-free today. Call 855-969-GOLD. That's 855-969-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
This new year, get started on your next success with University of Maryland Global Campus. An accredited state university, UMGC offers online and hybrid classes, along with more than 135 skills-based degrees and certificates in fields like business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. Gain the skills you need to achieve your career goals. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start January 7th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic. The main roads are running smoothly, but watch for road construction on I-135 northbound approaching K96. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Mainly sunny, windy, and hot today. A high of 94 would be a record high by 11 degrees. South to southwest winds 20 to 30 and gusty. A few evening storms, then mostly cloudy and continued windy. Overnight low 44. Much colder on Friday. Decreasing clouds, windy, and a high of 59. Calmer and mostly sunny on Saturday, high 64. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Work. You're there, so we came too.
I brought beer.
Dude, we can't drink here.
Oh, well, more for me.
97.5 and 1240 KFH. Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Exciting news today coming from the league office where the NFL has given us a sneak preview of the 2026 opening week schedule. We start in Seattle where it's been announced that the Seahawks will be featured in a rare Wednesday night matchup to kick off the regular season. Their opponent will be determined later this spring and the game will air on September 9th at 8:20 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. And just a day later on Thursday, September 10th, get set for an NFC West showdown between the 49ers 49ers and Rams as they face off in the first ever regular season game in Melbourne, Australia at approximately 8:35 p.m. Eastern. And in free agency news, Zach Wilson will be relocating from South Beach to the Big Easy after he agreed to a one-year deal with the Saints, and veteran wideout Elijah Moore will now call Philadelphia home after he agreed to a one-year deal to join the Eagles. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Happy opening day to Major League Baseball across the league. Not for the Royals. I get it. They don't play till tomorrow, but it's opening day for all intents and purposes. We're glad to be here with you. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland. On a Thursday, we have Royals talk. We're going to get around to it. We're going to preview the Royals a little bit. We're going to preview Major League Baseball a little bit. Looking forward to both of those things. We're going to get the latest on Bill Self and the craziness that was yesterday and all the rumors regarding his future. We've got all of that coming for you. It's all what's on tap. Plus Tim Fitzgerald, our K-State insider. Spring football gets underway today. It's all what's on tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where it's patio season. Have a brew with the view on Delano's rooftop deck. Enjoy happy hour on WBC East's patio. Grab a pizza outside, shielded from the setting sun at WBC West. When you think patio, think Wichita Brewing Company. Pizza and beer made here. Glad to have you with us. TJ, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. If we want to get back to our meteorological opens to the show, pretty good day. Pretty nice outside.
Pretty nice outside.
This is the good stuff right here. And then in a month, we'll be sweating pretty hard. I haven't seen
a month. I don't know about a month.
Right now we're in the good. Well, we're gonna be starting talking about state track. It's gonna be hot around that time.
For that way, and it'll rain that weekend. Yeah.
Exactly. Right now you get the warmth outside. Like you can wear a t-shirt and shorts. You could also wear a hoodie if you wanted to. And there's no bugs that I've noticed. Like they're starting to come back a little bit
because it's March.
I know. That's why I'm saying take advantage of it, because in 2 months we're gonna have mosquito bites all over our arms, and then I'm gonna start complaining again. But we're in the good stuff right now.
I think it's thrown off your internal calendar. The normal high right now is 60 something.
Yeah, it's true. In a month it's still April.
Yeah, we're still in April. We could still get snow in April. We've had Easter snow before. That's how crazy this is. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to see it this hot, and it's not. I mean, I'll take warm weather. It's maybe not the best day. I don't know how where's our flower trees and our spring flowers? We're gonna have a frost on Friday. It's gonna be almost 100 degrees in some parts of the state today, and we're gonna have a frost on Friday. This March is going nuts on us here a little bit, but it is warm. A good time to maybe play a little golf. I did get in some golf yesterday, thanks to Crestview Country Club, great supporter of the program. 9 holes, no problem. In fact, don't tell anybody at Crestview I did this. I booked the wrong, I played the wrong 9. I booked one and played the other and didn't realize it until I was on about hole 6. I was like, oh, wait, I think I booked the north side today. But either way, I was able to fly through it, got in 9 holes in, I think, about 56 minutes. So it worked out perfect. Bill Self still had a job by the time I was done. That's what we were worried about yesterday.
Yeah, I was able to take my nap. I took 2 naps yesterday, actually. I took a post-show nap, then I did some chores, then I took a post-chores nap. And Jacob, I was so tired yesterday after that trip to Tulsa got me back. And I don't know, I had like 3 hours of sleep basically rolling into the show yesterday morning. I took the nap after the show and slept for an hour and a half. I woke up and it was 10:30 and I rolled over and looked at my alarm and freaked out. And I'm like, oh, I missed Sports Daily. I missed the entire show. I didn't wake up for it. I didn't know what state I was in. I had no idea what was going on.
That's good stuff. Yeah, I've done something to that effect before. The naps do throw off the rhythms of life.
I used to hate doing it because like it just felt like I was just like wasting time. Like I feel like I would rather just have something to do during that time and I can just go to bed earlier or sleep in or a little bit or something like that. But now that I'm doing the TV radio split, like it's almost a sin. Like if I don't go to bed before midnight, I have to have a nap.
Yeah, you gotta have a nap, but what you need to master is the old man power nap.
Yeah, I know.
Where
I'm
you
pretty
just
good, just
where
do
you
20
fall
minutes and
asleep
keep rolling.
anywhere.
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes, then you're good to go.
I'm the king of sleeping in cars, sleeping on airplanes. I can do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I've mastered the sometimes when you don't have very much time, you chug a cup of coffee, then fall asleep for 20 minutes, and when you wake up, the coffee's already hit, and you're like, oh, we're good.
Yeah, my problem is I like coffee so much. Coffee, I've said this before, might be my favorite thing of the day, like waking up and having coffee. I don't know how much the caffeine hits me because all this other stuff we have has so much caffeine.
Yeah.
And like coffee's nothing in caffeine wise in comparison to that. But I don't like my days if they don't start with coffee. Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee, by the way.
I'm such a caffeine. I've been such a caffeine drinker my whole life. Like it's not so much of like I need the caffeine to wake me up. I need the caffeine so I don't have a headache anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've dabbled. I like we sell the little energy shots at HTO. They're all natural, whatever. Those are kind of my go-to now because they're just boom, you're done with it. And then it can be, coffee and water the rest of the day. It's good stuff. It's a good time of year. Major League Baseball is here for the Royals. It comes tomorrow. I got to tell you, I know you said you liked it. I don't like it. I wish the Royals were playing today.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm with you. I think I'd rather just have opening day tomorrow is my standpoint on it. Like,
no, I mean, the weather thing is smart. I know it kills a little buzz to have it on Thursday and then no game on Friday, but to leave yourself, I mean, it is March, to leave yourself the weather possibility it's fine. It's smart.
I guess I would rather everybody start Thursday and then play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then you have Sunday if you need it. If you're doing that, I just want 3 days in a row. Like, don't tease us.
Taking off no team's losing a Sunday home game.
I agree.
So this is what we have. But I get what you're saying. Just make it a 4-game series and make the season, make the game up later. Yeah. Make sure, like, force it to be a divisional opponent, so it's an easy game to make up at some point, maybe. But either way, it's kind of a bummer. You get all this fanfare. I got my Rangers shirt on. They play today, 3:00, ready to roll. And the Royals, you're just like, oh, I'll play tomorrow. Tomorrow, kind of at 6:15. They don't even get the day part of it. Now they will at their home opener on Monday, which we'll both be at. That will be a fun environment, but I'm ready for it. Listen, Royals fans, I'm telling you, like, the whole baseball world is buzzing about the Royals.
I know.
We saw it in the offseason. Vegas has their win total high. They've called up their most ready prospects. All their pitching prospects that were close got called up last year. Like, full steam ahead.
Listen, you
we'll
want
to
get
into the Royals, but
you want to know my indicator of how you know the Royals are good? We just set up our fantasy baseball league yesterday, and I was inputting the rosters. I'm like, oh, there's like 6 of the Royals starting 9 on here, and that's not like a homer 6. Like they're all like legit fantasy starters in our 8-person league.
I'm in a 14-person league, TJ, and I always get Royals in that league. It's a league that's been going for 20 years, and I always get Royals because I watch them every day, and I kind of have, people not, the rest of the country where everyone else is playing that league, they're not really paying as close attention. And yeah, they're everywhere. I've got Witt, Garcia, and Caglione on my team.
Like, you can handpick 6 of them and make a pretty good roster.
Yeah, but it's got to translate.
I know.
The offense isn't much different than it was a year ago.
And that's the part
it was a big
we'll talk about that, is that we feel so good about the lineup, and the lineup didn't change drastically at all.
Like at all didn't change from what it ended last season with. So that is one of the things, that is one of the big topics to get into with the Royals today, for sure. Like I said, Tim Fitzgerald's going to join us a little bit later. For spring football starts today. If you want to get some HTO right now, let's start you off with a contest. We ended yesterday with a contest. We'll start today. You can text the keyword T to the short code 20357. You can get a free iced tea, East Wichita, West Wichita, or Derby. Message and data rates apply. You can enter once a day. While you're in there, ask about the all-new matcha tea. It is brand new, and it is popular. We're coming right back here on Sports Daily. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
8310 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSEW.
Busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care, celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree and shrub care, and bed weed control since 1966. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care. It is that time of the year as well, getting the lawns and the gardens and all of it in order. Glad to have Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care on board with us here on Sports Daily. TJ, it is one of the days yesterday when this is the stuff that drives me crazy, the Bill Self stuff. What are we doing here? Like, anybody can go online and say anything, and it makes people react, and then it becomes a thing. And this is exactly what happened. Did this start with the bogus account?
No, it started because there were people that are, not parodies that are doing this and putting out hey, I'm hearing things if this is going on. And Shreya's talked about it as well. That's probably what people are hearing, but is there any validity to what people are hearing? That's the question that it is. So not to say sources are lying or anything like that. I think that it's just a little bit of grapevine situation of I've heard that this is a possibility that this could happen. But I think that it got a little too big for its britches, and then it turned into it's going to happen today. And then I think that's where Bill Self stepped in. It was it's not. And then the bogus accounts and the parody accounts are just posting breaking news. It's well, no, that's not real. I don't think that Bill Self was responding to that. I think he was responding to the rumors that he was going to do it yesterday. And he cleared it up, and he didn't say, I'm not going to retire. Right. He said, I'm not going to retire today.
Yeah, he said whatever that information people are getting is wrong, basically. The only thing, and I think this is also where Shreya was coming from, so where we were coming from, is you see the Hubert Davis thing, and you're that's going to make this tricky.
And I think that's probably why the rumor was, started to gain more legs. I think that people were starting to talk about hey, it sounded like he might retire. It sounded like he might retire. And then I think Hubert Davis got fired. And then it probably turned into he's going to retire soon. It could be as soon as today. And then I think that's as it all came from.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because you hear and the other problem with these coaching things in college basketball is we did have this mass exodus, right, of some of the old guard. And we've seen it to some degree in football too. Now, most recently, Chris Kleiman, but Nick Saban, we saw Jay Wright, we saw Jim Boeheim, we saw all these guys that we thought would never retire. And a lot of it is because of the changes coming to college athletics. So I think a lot of people just assume every old coach wants to be done with this because they don't like it. And I don't think that that's true. Yeah. And I don't think that that's true for Bill Self. I don't think Bill Self has any issues with the current state of college basketball. Bill Self and Kansas has been associated with things in the past that are totally legal today, right? Let's be real about this. I think that Bill Self is very comfortable in the current state of college basketball. He just landed the top recruit in the country. He may land the next top recruit in the country. How many years has he landed the top portal player? Remy Martin was the top portal player. Hunter Dickinson was the top portal player. AJ Storr was the top portal player. So I don't know what part of that make people think he doesn't like it or is uncomfortable with the state of college basketball. I think he lives very comfortably in the current state of college basketball.
I think so,
He's
too.
still thriving in the things that are making other people squirm. He's still very much at the top of his game.
No.
And you see Kentucky throw around $20 million this year. Kansas didn't throw around $20 million. They're retaining players. Retaining Flory Badunga was their biggest recruiting win they ever had last year. So like they're doing everything there. I don't know what people think is missing from that part of the equation. Kansas is at the top of game in retention, in recruitment, and in the transfer portal, having no issues. And by all accounts, not spending the most money either to do it. That's Bill Self.
I agree. I mean, that's what we've said is that, like, it's not, if he retires, it's not for lack of being sharp, I feel
It's
like.
because he's not healthy.
Exactly. Like, and people, that's the part that's driving people the most nuts in all this stuff is that people are like, well, yeah, I mean, he's washed up, you know? I'm like, guys, like, if they were a top 10 team this year with a player that was hospitalized for cramp, like, they were, and I understand, like, the postseason, the not making it to the Sweet 16, but, like, listen, like, what do you want him to do? Like, this year, you can blame it easily on one thing, and it was the fact that Peterson got hospitalized and they never figured it out. Last year, you can blame it on the roster. That was just an off year. You know, part of that stat as well is you go back to 2023 that they got upset to Arkansas. It was for first year post-title. They didn't make the Sweet 16. They were a 1 seed and won the Big 12 that year. So I feel like you need to take that with a grain of salt as well. Like,
it's the last 3 years we're talking about. They have a national championship, yes, and then a 1 seed. And Bill Self had this reputation for the tournament, by the way, before the transfer portal era. I mean, he's got 2 national championships in between, but I can tell you as somebody who wasn't here, Kansas was always one of those teams, not quite to the degree of Purdue or Virginia, but like Kansas is one of those teams you always kind of looked at and you're like, oh, could they get bumped? I think the recent years I'm not saying they've been perfect. They don't deserve criticism. They do. I think the underlying factor in all of it is they don't shoot enough threes. So if you want to look at something, you can look at the way the rosters have been constructed. I think that can take a fair amount of criticism. No problem. I mean, what are you going to do? As you've said numerous times, you're going to not recruit Darren Peterson, right? Like, of course you are. So I think it's those surrounding pieces. And they thought they had it the year with Storr, and they've thought they've had these shooters. I don't know what they can do holistically to become a more dangerous three-point shooting team, but it's been the thing that's really hurt them the last 3 years is they don't shoot any threes. It's not even that they don't make a bunch of, they don't take a bunch of them. And so
I don't know if there's something to be said about, you know, like you're saying, building teams and things of that sort, like, because it's true, like, they've very much gotten everybody they've wanted to get. It's just more so making things fit in place together. And I think that's what a lot of coaches struggle with in this part as well, is that, you know, you go land everybody, like they got Jaden Dawson first out of the portal, who is a star at Loyola Chicago. Can Jaden Dawson be a bench player for KU? It turned out that he couldn't. He didn't play. Like that type of thing is something that is where the struggles have been. But again, like, use your word struggles lightly, because, like, take a look in the mirror, take a look at everywhere else. Like that's the biggest thing you can say. And I get it. Like, it hasn't been up to standard the last 3 years. And Bill Self has said that as well. Like, there's an interview that preseason, he's talking to, what's his name? Greenberg, I believe, and said something about, like, I don't want to retire on a down year. Like, I want to get this thing back to where it was, so I know that it's in a good place whenever I call it. And he knows that it hasn't been in a good place. Like, it's not a secret. But again, not in a good place means that you upset the number 1 team in the country. You beat the number 5 team in the country. You got, what, 3 top 10 wins, basically.
Yeah, this year was far less disappointing than the last 2.
Exactly.
To me. Far less. Because you had the Peterson thing hanging over this team. And if you took him off of it on paper, it's like, ooh, but they found a way to win a whole bunch of games. And I thought that was really impressive, the way that they did it. I don't know if they'll take a different approach. I would say this. I still don't think he's going to retire. If he does, it'll be because of his health. I don't think it'll be permanent if he does either, by the way, because he's young enough and loves it enough that I don't think he could stay away. So I hope he doesn't. I think Kansas, I do kind of think there's some credence. And I saw this, I think it was Jeff Goodman yesterday. Like, it sounds like there was some thought that the plan really was for Jacques Vaughn to take over for Bill Self, but not yet. And so now there may be some wavering in that plan if it happens now for the same reasons we talked about. Like, Jacques Vaughn makes a ton of sense if he has time to be around it long enough to where you can hand the keys to the program over, not from the basketball perspective once games are starting to be played, but everything else. Can Jacques Vaughn get out there and get these kids to commit to Kansas? Can he convince them in the portal? I don't know. But I think it's a little too early for that, for a guy who's not spent very much time in the game of college basketball. So I think Kansas's hope was probably not now either, like down the road a little bit. And I'm telling you, with North Carolina on the market and all the candidates that you would like having great years, basically, with the exception of maybe Nate Oates, man, it doesn't feel like a very good time to be hunting a coach to me.
No.
Like, I want to go after Dusty May, but not when he's got a 1 seed that's still dancing in the tournament. Like, wait till they have a mediocre year maybe, and then go after him. Like, I think that stuff's hard. And I do think this too. I think sometimes rose-colored glasses exist in this part of the world, and everyone just assumes, well, it's Kansas. Everyone would leave for Kansas.
That's what I'm saying. Look what Kentucky
the way
did.
the money is set up now in these leagues, and how much more money and resources are going into the Big Ten and the SEC, and I would be careful with that sentiment.
That's what I'm like. Listen, Kentucky spent $20 million, and it's Kentucky. I get it. Like, it's a blue blood, a new blood, or whatever you want to call it. Nobody wanted that job. Like, it felt like 10 people passed on that job. The reason why is because Michigan can pay more than Kansas can. Like, and not that
the reason people passed on Kentucky is because they ran Cal out of town after he was having a world of success.
That's true. But I'm saying, like, it's not a surefire, like, we've got to go take that job. And Kansas is like the top, 2 job in the country. And there's no lying about that.
It is to us.
I mean, it is. I think it is to everybody. I think it's Duke and KU still.
But the thing is, 30 years.
But the thing is that you don't need that job anymore to be successful. Like,
right.
it's a top job, but it might be better than Michigan, but is it that much better to turn down the contract that they're about to give you in return to leave and go to KU? You don't have to anymore.
I would ask people, why do you definitively think it's a better job than XYZ? And probably it's because you grew up with it and you have the reverence for it, which is awesome and appropriate. But if you're Tommy Lloyd or Dusty May or Nate Oates or some of these names being thrown around, yes, to your point, why is that a better job?
I know it's a better job, but it's not, for the reasons that makes it a better job. It's not that much of a better job.
Right. It's a better job because it's Kansas.
Yes.
But I don't think, and I think you're 100% accurate, it doesn't really enhance now, especially if the cap gets really put into place. Does it really enhance your chances? How much more? That's why the Big 12 needs really to work hard, I think, to separate its basketball league, to make it the best job, to make Big 12 basketball the best brand, to create the most resources, to make them the most attractive jobs. That I do think needs to be worked on. But a big part of that is Bill Self still coaching in Kansas for a little while. We've got a voicemail, Max tells me, in the system from Sally. Let's get that voicemail here while we're chatting. Go ahead, Max.
I was just so proud of those Shocker men. I thought from the very beginning, even though they were so far behind, that they were going to do it up until the very last minute. And I just think it's great that they came back so well, and proud of their year. And kudos to Mike Kennedy. I think he's been I've listened to him since the very beginning. Thanks for Sports Daily. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Sally. We appreciate you as well. And we certainly appreciate Mike Kennedy. I appreciate the season the Shockers had. I don't want to downplay the season the Shockers had. I think it was a great year. And I'm telling you, Nobody's been harder on them than I have, than we have. And I'm telling you that I think that was a really good year.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That game specifically, I was with you there too. I was kicking myself. I was like, why didn't I look at that money line? I always look at that money line when they go down. I've just totally. I was right in between the transition from leaving work and coming home. But yeah, it was so early in the game, and the way that the Shockers play, you're like, it's early. They have time. Like, unless Tulsa shoots the lights out like this, then nobody's coming back. But boy, if they slow down at all, Wichita State could chisel this away. It was the perfect, other than the outcome, obviously, but the perfect kind of a game to define this Shockers year.
I rewatched it yesterday. I was bored, so I just pulled it back up and watched it. That first half from Tulsa was one of the most insane halves of basketball I've ever seen.
It was ridiculous.
Like, they made 10 3-pointers in half. Like, that doesn't happen. And then just like, my other big takeaway is that the amount of open threes that the Shockers missed, especially in the second half, like they shot terrible. Like,
that's kind of the Shocker way. They weren't a high percentage 3-point shooting team,
but
all year.
They could usually get about 8. Like Giles was good for about at least 3 or 4 a game.
Yeah. Collectively,
they didn't have that. Like, they went 2 for 15. Like, if they hit 2 or 3 more open threes, like, it's right. Like, and down the stretch too, they had looks and they didn't go.
They did. And that I guess I'm just so used to that being hit or miss that I was just so proud of the way they played offense despite it, getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line, attacking. Because if the Paul Mills thing, if his DNA on this is going to be rebounding and not turning the ball over, those are going to, like, that style of offense is going to win them a lot of games. And we saw it a little bit with Xavier Bell last year, right? Because that wasn't a good shooting team either. And it was like, he started to thrive in it and you could see it happening. It was like, you know what? And guess who else used to do that? Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet should have gone to the free throw line probably on 80% of the shots he took. He would get hammered every time he would drive the lane. But late in the game, that dude was living down there. Living there. And we're starting to see that. And if that's the way they'll play offense, they need to get some spot-up shooters that can knock down threes. There's no question about that. And Kenyon Giles was a big part of the offense, biggest part of the offense. But to me, like, you can start to see, I think, we'll ask Paul Mills about this next week. We'll have kind of an exit interview with Paul Mills. You can see that style and like what that looks like. And that does, to me, that raises your floor significantly. It makes you hard to beat. If you can live on the free throw line and out rebound everybody, that's a great place to start. And the Shockers did it. We're with you, Sally. We thought it was a nice year too. And appreciate the kind words. And appreciate Mike Kennedy. Man. Can't believe it's not going to be Mike next year. Shocker basketball call. I've only caught 12 or 13 years of it, and it feels like it's going to be the weirdest thing ever. I can't imagine being a lifer and hearing it. And they'll get somebody in there that'll do an awesome job, and you'll continue to hear the games over on KEYN. All right, when we come back, we got Royals to talk about. It's Major League Baseball. You got good stuff from Major League Baseball all day long. How about Paul Skeens, TJ? Paul Skeens opening the season on national television. Not right. Isn't that right? The Pirates are playing on national TV.
Are they really? On
to
what?
Start I believe that's correct. I think that's NBC who's now into Major League Baseball. We cool. Open the season with the Pirates, and we're kind of excited about it because it's Paul Skeens. And why not?
Starter for the Cleveland Guardians. My fantasy.
Oh, yeah. I was like, no, what are you talking about? Got Cleveland Guardians. I got you. Fantasy baseball inside talk there. That'll be pretty cool. And I believe it's all by itself there for a minute too today. So that's also kind of cool. And then everybody's favorite teams sometime over the next 48 hours open their season. And that is, I love opening day. I love it so much. I love that the weather's good. I love that we can all sneak it on to our whatever we're doing at work or whatever. You're sneaking it on. You're watching it. It's baseball season. Let's talk some Royals when we come back. We'll spend some time with it here on Sports Daily. Don't go away.
lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83-1001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Welcome back in, everybody. Glad to be here with you on Sports Daily. Mentioned the golf yesterday, Crestview Country Club. Appreciate their support. Whether it's 9 holes, 5 holes, 18 holes, 36 holes, they've got it all. If you're a golfer, there's no better place in town to go play golf than Crestview Country Club. Lots of ways. Tee time's not usually an issue with those 36 holes. Give them a call. Enjoy this weather out there. Tell them we sent you from Sports Daily, and get ready for their Easter festivities. We'll be having our Easter brunch. We always go over and have that. They put on a feast for Easter at Crestview Country Club, and their helicopter egg drop is this weekend. Great place for families. We appreciate their support. All right, TJ, I'm looking at these win totals for Major League Baseball. The Royals have gone down.
Since last year or since this offseason?
Earlier this offseason when we looked, and what were they at? What did we say? Were they at like 85, 86? At one point, they're down to 82.5, 83. If you look at their World Series odds, they're down to 40-1. So their division odds are now, where'd that go? They are plus 225 to win the division. They're still the second favorite in the division behind Detroit,
Tigers.
which makes sense. That's interesting to me. They were higher. I wonder what's changed with the Royals here, because now we're looking at this 82.5 win total, which is about where they were last year. They're a little more than they were last year. I like it. Now after the World Baseball Classic, of course, the whole baseball world's buzzing. But we look at a team that has a lineup largely the same as it was a year ago, that struggled offensively. Why is it then that we're optimistic about that lineup? I think Bobby Witt Jr. still has more there than he gave a year ago. You hope Michael Garcia can match, but I happen to think Vinny Pasquantino is going to have his hair on fire this year. And then it's really, can Jack Caglione and Carter Jensen add to what they were missing a year ago? I wouldn't even tell you that I think the free agents are that impactful that they added into the lineup. They could be. They're just different names, kind of similar profiles than what they were trying out there in left field last year. So it's really just, can these young guys lift that floor just a little bit? They move the fence in. That's going to add some pop. I mean, it is. I don't think it's, I'm excited to get a look at that Monday, but we're counting on it, and I'm counting on it even more because I don't think the starting pitching is going to be as good.
I feel like, to answer both of those questions there, number one, why I feel like we like the lineup more, even though they didn't do much. I think it's literally just like a law of averages thing, right? Like, we've seen what they did 2 years ago. We saw what Bobby Witt Jr. did 2 years ago as an MVP candidate, then kind of had a little bit of a down year last year. Like Cags, what makes you excited about Cags? He hit the ball so hard at people. You feel like the law of averages will just bring that back into hits and home runs and things like that, especially with the fences bringing in. Vinny, had a bad start to last year, had a good finish to last year. I think that you see that, so I think there's no, growth per se. I think it's more so the fact of like, man, I think the Royals, like, and I don't want to sound like a homer take here, but like, I think there's a lot of bad luck on the lineup, right? Like, the lineup didn't change. The lineup was a good lineup. They just couldn't piece it together. And not all that's bad luck. Obviously, sometimes situational hitting is really important. They didn't have it last year, but on paper of what they can roll out, I mean, this is the best thing that they've rolled out in a while, I feel like.
Michael Garcia has got to repeat the
That's
World
that's
Baseball
the thing.
Classic.
The
Makes
law
us
of
feel good.
Law of averages of him could go down. That's the part of that.
I know. I've just hedged on him in fantasy baseball. I like his game. I think it fits this lineup really well. But yeah, is he really that player, or is he somewhere in between? We're going to find out. So we've got that. Bobby Witt Jr. does have more out there. Like if he gets there. But Salvi's a year older. To me, it's a lot about Vinny Pasquantino, and it's a lot about Jack Caglione. Can they add that pop in the middle? Carter Jensen probably is going to have a lot of games that look like what Cags had last year, if I had to guess. Salvi's a year older. We saw in the World Baseball Classic, he's still got pop. You're banking on a lot, and I am banking on it because I think the Royals will be good this year. I think they're going to be right there again, 85, 86, somewhere between 85 and 90 wins, probably competing for a wild card. I'm concerned because I don't think the pitching is going to be as good. And that's with all those injuries last year, too. The X factor to me on this whole deal is Cole Reagans, right? Is Cole Reagans going to be able to be an ace again? If he's an ace again, then I'm not quite as worried about the fact that Lugo is probably a step back from where he's been the last 2 years. Waka, we'll see. But are we, you talk about law of averages. Some of these pitchers they just threw in and hit on every single one of them they put out there last year. Like, is Bubic going to come back and give him what he gave him a year ago? We've had a long time to watch Chris Bubic pitch. He never pitched like he pitched last year, right? Is Noah Cameron really that dude? So I think the starters won't be as good. And I hope Reagans is healthy because that's going to make a huge, probably the biggest difference anywhere. Cole Reagans and Jack Caglione are probably the two biggest risers, fallers, whatever, that could have the biggest impact either direction. But what I love as much as anything, man, I think their bullpen has a chance to be really, really good and deep. And I think that was the way they balanced out the inevitable regression from the starting pitching, was to really solidify that bullpen. And I think they did a great job in that area. Like, they're going to be pretty rock solid back there. They should be anyway, if guys pitch to what they've pitched their whole careers.
Yeah, I think that the best indicator of what the pitching is going to look like as we sit here and look at a projected bullpen and a projected opening rotation, all the guys' names, basically. The base level. Like, if you know a guy out of the Pens name in March, like, typically, as a casual baseball fan, I think we're a little more than casual baseball fans, but still, like, the roles have rolled out guys, and you're like, where did this guy come from? Who is this guy? Like, I didn't know this guy was in the organization. Like, okay, he's here now. Like, you typically only all know relievers' names because you don't like them. Like whenever they have their struggles. Like, I don't think that there's anybody you look at that and that, like, you see a name on here. You don't look at Daniel Lynch and you're like, I don't know about Daniel Lynch. You know what I mean? Like, is that going to be good enough out of the pen? I think that they've got a deep pen as well. I think that they've got, the mix of long relievers and, what they can use to be as close as they've had to HDH, when they had back in 2014, that they've had since then. Like, they've got Straw, Merceg, and Estevez. Like, I think that can be your 7, 8, 9 if it works out that way.
Well, for sure. I think that Estevez has lost a tick on his velocity that we've seen play out. He may not be the closer all year. Urseg may get that chance. We'll see. Estevez pitched around it last year. He's crafty, led the league in saves, all that. His velocity is trending down. I'm a little worried about Estevez, but they've got so much depth there that I'm not super worried about it. They'll be okay. Bobby Witt Jr., second best odds to win the AL MVP, 5-1. Is this the year?
Behind Judge?
Yeah, behind Judge.
Judge went 0 for 5 yesterday. Should take it now.
Take it now. I think if the Royals reach their ceiling this year, there's a really good chance Bobby Witt Jr. wins the MVP. Baseball is in love with Bobby Witt Jr.
Mm-hmm.
If Bobby Witt Jr. has the year he had 2 years ago and they're good, don't count it out. Don't count it out, because he is the future of the sport that everybody sees, that defense that gets. And that's the problem with the MVP, is that stuff doesn't get factored in enough. But he's premium defender at a premium position. And all people will look at is how many home runs Aaron Judge hits, right? And I don't think that that's fair. So if the Royals are really good and Witt is Witt and Witt produces like he did a couple years ago, don't be surprised. I think Bobby Witt Jr. has a pretty good shot this year. It's all about, like, it really is. Like, every name with the Royals now, I feel like people generally know. Whether it's Salvi, whether it's Michael Garcia, the World Baseball Classic, those two guys, like, everybody already knew who Salvi was. I don't know that the world realized how good a year Michael Garcia had last year. And then he comes back and dominates the World Baseball Classic. He's got a little pressure on his shoulders too. It's gonna be a fun year. I'm excited about it. Please don't have a slow April. Don't kill the buzz. Don't kill it before it ever starts.
I mean, even last year they had did they have a good March and April last year? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I know 2 years ago they came out like firecrackers. We're like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. Yeah. That's the worst thing you can do is have a bad April.
Yep, because it just murders murders the people being excited about it. But as far as like excitement for a Royals season, this is by far, I think, the most since 2016, probably, that we've seen. It's been a decade since there's been this much juice. 82 wins. I'm up on 82 wins right now is the win total.
What's that? A game over 500, right?
I don't like that. Yeah, big 82 and 80. I don't like that.
Then
it feels like it should be a little higher than that.
Put $1,000 on it, Jacob.
No, I don't have time for futures bets like that. If I'm making a futures bet like that, it's going to be to win a World Series and go 40-1 on it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have time for. You weren't on this show when I had those Rangers futures bets the year.
I remember them though.
You want to talk about a ride. Like if I'm gonna invest 6 months into a bet, it's got to be something like that. It's not to bet $50 to win $50 because I took the Royals win total. No, we're not. We're not playing that game. 40-1 right now. That is slightly under. I think on those Rangers bets, I got them at 50-1. 40-1 feels like a steal to me. If you're going to go futures betting. It's odd to me that it's that high when they're not that much of a long shot to win the division.
Yeah.
So like you're telling me they've got that good a chance to get into the playoffs, and any team to me, you're giving that good a chance just to get into the playoffs. And I wonder how much of this, and I think some of it has to do. I think some of it has to do with the Dodgers. Projected at 102 wins, right? Like, how much does the Dodgers suppress everybody else's World Series chances? The Yankees, the second best right now, second best odds you can get, are 10-1. That feels like there's never been a gap like that before with what the Dodgers roll out there. And that's pretty interesting as we're, potentially have work stoppages and everything on the table. Is that good for baseball? Is everybody just feeling like it's that much of a foregone conclusion good for baseball? It probably isn't. I don't know what they can do about it, but it's worse than it's ever been as far as one team doing that. It's way worse than the Yankees were in the 90s. Way, way, way worse than what that was. I don't think that's good for baseball. 10-1 is your second best behind the Dodgers? Goodness gracious. Can you hate the Dodgers the way we used to hate the Yankees? You're probably too young to hate the Yankees back in the late 90s. I don't know.
So it's up there.
We can get into that as we make our way through the season. Royals don't play till tomorrow. When we come back, headlines I missed. Tim Fitzgerald in the next hour. Don't go away. More Sports Daily coming your way.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
the canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Sports Daily here. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, getting you ready for the Major League Baseball season. We could talk about some other baseball storylines, what we're watching for. We talked Royals there for a minute. Can't wait for them to actually start playing the games, which we'll have to wait a day for the Royals. Hopefully your favorite teams out there, if it's not the Royals, are starting today. I get the Rangers at 3 o'clock. split my time pretty evenly, to be honest, between the Rangers and Royals this year. I try to watch them both just about every night. So I am ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for college basketball getting back underway. We can talk as well about the Sweet 16. We've got games tonight. All right, TJ, before we do any of that, though, we want to tell everybody that it's all what's on tap, including Tim Fitzgerald, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company. 3 locations, east near Central and Woodlawn, west at 13th and Tyler, and in historic Delano, featuring a rooftop deck. Order online at wichitabrew.com. Local craft beer on tap, patios, pizza, and a full bar available at all locations. WBC Pizza and Beer made here. We got some headlines I missed. Hit it, Max.
All right, Sports Daily fans, let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right, let's start with baseball. We'll circle our way back to college basketball as we get a Sweet 16s today, right? We got some basketball tonight.
Let's go.
We haven't even talked about that. All right, everybody's worried about this one. We actually had a baseball game last night. There was fans in a stadium, which means the first 999 challenge box was bought. Long recurring topic of this show. Here's how it works, and this is just going to drive you up the wall. 9 mini dogs. They're bigger than pigs in a blanket. They're not a full jumbo dog. They're like a step below what you'd get at a golf course. So just like a normal, it's a reasonable hot dog. I'll give them that. They're not bad. They're calling them mini dogs, but I could get down. I could probably eat 2 of those and be happy. All right. The beer, though, they give you 9 souvenir cups, as you saw in the thing that I sent you, and they give you 1 tall boy beer to split amongst it.
So you just get the cups and you got to pour your own beer?
Correct.
A tall boy. How much does this cost?
How much do you think it costs?
For 9 hot dogs and 1 beer?
Yes. And 9 souvenir cups.
Oh, God. $50.
$55.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I guess it is at the Giants. I don't know what it will be at the K. But the beer doesn't even it doesn't even make it into 9 glasses. Like, unless you pour it like halfway full in each, barely halfway full. Like, it's not a big enough beer. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
What a waste. What a waste. I wondered this. It's like, how are they gonna really promote and get away with people getting housed at these games?
Yeah. It's just a joke. Just a joke.
$50 to eat. You're basically having $50 for 9 probably not good hot dogs if they're shoving 9 of them to a box.
All right, baseball news here.
Boiled hot dogs.
Baseball news. Let's go to the state of Oregon, Jacob. Sports betting in Oregon is happening, but not sports betting. Historical MLB betting. You ever heard? You know about historical horse racing betting?
Kind of. I still don't understand it, but okay.
It's the odds, basically, things of that nature. You go get this app in Oregon. It's called DK Replay. And you literally, it looks like the MLB app where you see a strike zone and you bet on each pitch from a historical MLB game. Ball, strike, in play. And you bet that way.
And you don't know what the game is?
No. You just know pitcher versus batter, and there's a graphic in front of you it's basically a slot machine.
And you don't even know who the pitcher and the batter are?
Nope, or what game it is.
Well, that's so stupid. Why would
it's basically you're just playing slots at like plus 128, plus 198, plus 282 in this one I'm looking at. It's a slot machine.
That's dumb.
Somebody said if you're that desperate to sports bet, man, just go buy some lottery tickets at that point. Like,
what is the point of that? Like, I don't understand the horse racing thing. I've never tried it, to be fair.
Yeah. The horse racing slot machines are just slot machines.
I don't play slot machines. Like, there's a good reason I don't play.
Yeah, what this is too. It's just a slot machine.
I play craps. I play cards. I play poker. I play things that are tangible to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Bet based on the action that we're watching here. So yeah, I guess that's just not my cup of tea. But
it's very weird. I'll have to send this to you. Somebody said if you're that desperate, man, like we joke a lot about calling the number. If you're a DK replay savant, you should probably call the number.
Hit the number.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's keep going. College basketball. Let's go start with this one. Our guy, Brad Underwood, yesterday. Did you see his soundbite? This is from our friend Glenn Kinley, former Topeka sports
No, I
anchor.
did not see his soundbite yesterday.
Somebody asked him if they find it unfair that Illinois has to play Houston in Houston in the Sweet 16. And he said, quote, "I could care less. I'm an old junior college ball coach. I drove on 16 passenger vans. I drove from Dodge City, Kansas to Mesa, Arizona for a basketball game. If you'd have told me back then that I get to coach basketball in the Sweet 16 and play Houston, I would sign up for it and I would crawl to get there."
Yeah, that's what a silly question. Is it fair? What are they supposed to do? You know what? Houston's in. Let's change the plan, everybody.
There's some discourse. Apparently, Houston has historically hosted regionals like this, so they can't play in them because like KU, like they can't host. Like Wichita State couldn't play at Wichita. You know what I mean? Like that's the NCAA
KU
rules.
plays in Kansas City all the time
because the Big 12 hosts it, not Houston.
I understand that, but now we're talking about the NCAA tournament at a regional site predetermined. No, that's dumb.
But listen to me. They skirted it because Rice is hosting.
Right.
And they kind of did it that way. I think people
Wichita
are like
State, I always wondered, why doesn't the American host?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why. So anyways, I imagine it's something to do with like the payout you'd get from the NCAA would be different. I have no idea. I'm just talking out of sight of my mouth.
It's a correlation. Houston happens to be good when the city's hosting a regional.
Yeah, it's a coincidence, but it's just
we don't have to overthink it. It's one thing in the opening rounds, but even then, I think that's a little bit silly. Like if you have a great year and your city gets to be the host that year, so what?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like who cares? It's a correlation. It's a random thing that can happen.
Same breath here. Next headline, also in the Houston regional, our guy Ben McCollum, future coach of the Jayhawks? Question mark. Somebody asked him about they played on Sunday and now they play again on Thursday, I believe. So they lost. They lost a day basically of what you typically would have. So somebody asked them about what's the challenges of going back to Iowa for a day, then traveling back to Houston the next day, getting ready to play. And Ben McCollum said, I mean, probably the challenge is my director of basketball operations setting everything up. He said, this level of basketball is so bougie. It's like, I mean, we get back, I get a text that says, be here at this time. The plane will be there. You drive up, you get on the plane. All you have to do is bring your computer and scout. Then you get to the hotel and everything's set up. So I guess for me, I don't think there's a lot of challenges. It's just a day difference. So I probably don't read into it. I've been a Division II coach for so long. I played in junior college. I mean, you make your bus trips, and if you're ready and you get ready to play. If you're not ready to play for the Sweet 16, you probably shouldn't be here.
I love hearing both of those guys go down that road. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what level of pampering do we need? That's what always drives me crazy. We talk about like travel in college, like the big, like football or basketball, right? They travel old school in some of the other sports, but I'm like, travel, like that 90-minute private jet is so brutal on these poor guys. Like, come on, travel. Like that, I love hearing that from both of those guys. Like, what are we talking about? Just put me in the gym, sign me up. I don't care.
More coaching news for you. Our guy, best hire of the cycle, Randy Bennett, Arizona State.
Yeah.
Had a scheduled introductory press conference. He was sick. They canceled it.
Oh, that sucks.
you never see that. That sucks.
That sucks. I don't think I have ever seen that.
They said he got there the day before, did all of his stuff, and he was feeling ill, under the weather. And so they decided to cancel it and postpone it a later date. Like, oh, that really puts a rain on that parade.
That's a man cold. That's a heck of a man cold. Miss your introductory press conference?
That would suck so bad.
Hope that's not a sign of things to come. Hope that's not some like foreboding thing out there in the universe that like this isn't going to work, because man, it feels like Arizona State just hit a home run.
Yeah, I agree. All right, one more for you with the 2 minutes we got here. I haven't vetted this stat, but I believe it's true. First Sweet 16 that doesn't include KU, Kentucky, UCLA, or UNC. None of the four made it to the Sweet 16. What year?
94.
1954.
Really?
KU, Kentucky, UCLA, and North Carolina aren't in the Sweet 16. Only one blue blood is Duke. I guess Michigan State, is that a blue blood?
I think it is. I think it is.
They're a new blood.
The only thing about Michigan State, because is what about without Izzo? Right? The rest of the Blue Bloods have done it with multiple people and have always stayed through. I'd have to go back and look. I mean, Magic Johnson played for Michigan State at some point before Tom Izzo was there. So maybe
I guess the best way to put it in my mind is the three real big dogs that made it in college basketball historically is Duke, Michigan State, and UConn. Everybody else is just kind of new to being good, pretty much. Texas has had a lot of success, obviously, but like not to the level of everybody else.
It rotates. I know people want to try to pretend like
let me put it this way. I saw somebody made the tweet of the 2023 Final Four graphic of FAU, San Diego State, UConn, and Miami, and then the 2025 of one seed. And it said, quote, "Oh no, the sport is ruined," on both of them.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. Let's come back. We got more Sports Daily. Tim Fitzgerald later this hour. Stick around.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Daily is on KFH.
Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree, and shrub care and bed weed control since 1966. Longhofer Lawn and Tree Care here on Sports Daily coming back.
Jacob, I got. Hold on, I got some leftovers here. The just dropped headlines. Let's go college basketball then baseball. 1, John Calipari yesterday. Calipari, whatever you want to say. Somebody asked him a question and said, is it different in today's game when you have some teams using 23-year-old, 24-year-olds? And he cut them off and said, 25, 26, 27, beards, kids in the stands, on their second wife. Yeah, the game is a little bit different. And said, you know why they do it? Is because they get to make a lot of money. And I don't blame them for doing it. I blame us. I blame the NCAA for allowing it to happen. Why do kids transfer 5 times in 5 years? So they can make a bunch of money. If you go on the transfer portal in my team, I'm not going to recruit you to come back. You're gone. I'm not going to be extorted. Wild soundbite there. Just had to give you that one. Actual headline though. To baseball, to segue us here, the Royals just dropped some news that their games will be available on cable.
They did get it to cable.
DirecTV, Cox, Spectrum, Fubo, and others.
Okay.
So we'll get them on Cox.
Will they just be where they always were?
No, because that channel doesn't exist anymore, basically.
Well, I flipped it on the other day, and it was still FanDuel Sports Network showing international basketball or something.
Yeah. Well, I guess the channel might still exist, but the Royals will not be on that channel. They're going to be on some random channel that probably exclusively only just carries their games on reruns over and over again.
Okay. We don't know what channel that is for the folks out there yet.
They're all, it just depends on where you live, basically.
Right. I mean, for Wichita. Well, that's good news. That's good news because let me tell you, the process to get the games streaming, excruciating.
Yeah, I know.
Excruciating.
I'm scared. So, I need to, because I stream everything. And so I need to get my Royals TV subscription, but I'm scared
I wish
to
I didn't
do it.
have to stream everything.
Yeah, I know. It scares. I haven't got it yet because I know that I'm going to pay for it and then not figure out how to stream it. So I need to wait until an actual game is on to do it. I feel like
it's a mess. So for the Rangers, I had to. So you have to go in and subscribe, but now it runs through ESPN. Okay, so MLB TV is run now through ESPN, which you're like, okay, maybe that's easier. One place, you get everything. So it like you subscribe and then you get a free month of ESPN Unlimited, but you have to do that, right? You have to take that to get it. Of course, that's $30 a month. So you have to go in, sign up for the whatever it is, $150. You get the ESPN Unlimited. You have to then go in and cancel the ESPN Unlimited, but it keeps your MLB. It's such a pain. Baseball, don't make this so hard.
I know.
Make a service, MLB TV, put all the games on there and charge $150 a month. No more blackouts. That's
they kind of are doing that. You can pay $200.
But I have to have if I want to watch the Rangers and if I want to watch the Royals,
you can do that.
I got to pay like $300.
Just $200, yeah.
No, because I'd have to pay the $150 for the Rangers, and then what's the Royals TV?
There's a bundle. There's a bundle. We can talk about this later. Channel 52 if you have Cox.
It's a good topic because everyone's going through this right now.
It is.
It's channel what if you have Cox?
I think it's 52 in Wichita. 52 or 78, it appears.
52. So then if you have Royals TV and you're not around, if you have the subscription to Cox, then hopefully when you're streaming, you can log in through Cox like you always have, like you did on FanDuel. And that's how you stream it on their app if you want to watch on your phone or do whatever.
Now we're talking rocket science.
I think that's the way it's always been. You logged into the FanDuel app with your Cox or DirecTV subscription, and there you go. And that's how you watch it.
Well, you aren't watching it on the FanDuel app, I'll tell you that.
I'm so glad that thing's gone. I used
the commercial.
To like this they had a FanDuel app, and I would log in through my parents' TV provider so that I could watch it. It's a mess. It's so ridiculous. Just put it all in one place. Just put it all in one place. That's easy. Baseball's overthinking this. If it's a national game, great. And it's a national game that day. Driving me nuts. I whatever.
I'm going to start this year. This year, I'm going to do this. I've always talked about doing it. I did it for basketball, for games I watched in person. I'm going to make a spreadsheet of every Royals game that I watch, and I'll track how many I get and how many I miss, because I need to hold myself accountable, because sometimes we get to the dog days. I'm like, they play again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, especially if they're not like hot. If they're hot, you watch every game.
You won't do that now. Huh? You won't do that now because we'll talk about them so much. You'll watch them just about every day.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I need to actually do it. See how many, if I can get to, I bet I can get to like 140 plus, right?
Yeah. You'll watch them. I mean, it's going to happen because you're talking about it every day. We add to our own excitement about it. Here's the good news about the Royals games. They're all right here on KFH. And I listen to, I don't know if I'd call it 50-50, but I bet 35 to 40% of my Royals consumption comes over the radio on KFH. I listen to a lot of baseball. The one of the reasons I love baseball, one of the reasons I got into this business, to be perfectly honest with you, is because of the window time listening to baseball in the summer. I lived out in the country, so everything was like a half-hour drive. And all we would do is like driving back and forth to town was listen to Rangers games. That's it. It's one of the things that made me fall in love with this business. I love it. And I love listening to Royals games. I get so excited when they are started by the time I'm leaving work. Because then my whole drive home is just, yes, they're just going to listen to some baseball. I wonder how many people out there are that way. I think a lot. But you'll hear them all right here on KFH. Real quick, let's make some predictions, and then let's talk Sweet 16. Give me your World Series this year, TJ. And I haven't put a lot of energy into this, I'll be honest. But give me your World Series.
Let me pull up some odds here. I feel like I need to know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if I can find them. My World Series. I mean, what I imagine the favorites are the Dodgers and the Yankees. Am I wrong about that?
Favorites. Yep, that's the favorites.
Here we go. World Series odds.
Do you cop out and just put the Dodgers in there again?
I know. I mean, they're the best roster by far. All I'm gonna say, I probably will cop out actually, because there's nobody else in the National League, especially that's as good as them. I feel like I'll put the Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers, Mariners.
Dodgers, Mariners. Steal my thunder a little bit.
Don't the Mariners bring everybody back, basically?
I like the Mariners. I was going to put I think the Mariners are going to be who I'm putting in. Give me the Mariners, and I'm not going to – just so hard to go back to back to back like that. Man, I want to throw a flyer in the National League.
Like, are the Mets good enough to win a World Series? Do you feel good about that?
Yeah, I don't know if I feel good enough about their pitching. Give me the Phillies. Give me the Phillies. Give me Mariners, Phillies. The two teams that I like both have chances. I can't believe that the Rangers have better odds than the Royals do. I'll be honest. That surprises me a lot. The Rangers have 1,000 more questions than the Royals do. If the Rangers pitching, though, stays healthy, give me the Rangers. DeGrom, Gore, Evaldi.
I keep forgetting Mackenzie Gore's there.
They are, if DeGrom stays out, like if they keep that rotation healthy, it might be the best rotation in baseball. Their fifth is kind of weak, but they are loaded, like top end starting pitching. So that's what it is, but their offense has a chance to not be good at all. So we'll see on the Rangers. Yeah, but we'll get there. MVP. Give me an MVP.
You go first.
I'm going to give you Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you Bobby Witt Jr. as the MVP this year. I think it's really interesting that Julio Rodriguez has kind of flown up those boards. He's another name that I would watch. Of local interest, Bobby Witt Jr. I think if Corey Seager stays healthy for the Rangers, he'd have a chance at that as kind of a flyer. National League, I mean, how do you not pick
minus
Shohei?
odds?
Yeah, he is minus odds to win the MVP.
That's
It's only minus 140. Is that a value? Did you see? I think he struck out. Here's a headline TJ missed. Did you see what he did in his last tune-up game?
Mm-mm.
I think he struck out 11 guys in 4 innings in his last tune-up. Remember, he can pitch again this year now.
Did he not pitch at all last year?
He did in the playoffs. I don't remember if he did at all in the regular season, but he pitched a little in the playoffs. It's so awesome. I love it so much. I hate that he went to the Dodgers. It's good and bad that he went to the Dodgers. I mean, he's so good for the game of baseball. It would never anything like it. And we probably won't ever see anything like it again. I don't think. Not like this. Not where you could win the Cy Young and the MVP, right? Because he could. What if does that happen?
Justin Verlander did that.
No.
I know.
Does he win the Cy Young and the MVP?
Justin Verlander
did Verlander
did that,
get them
he?
both? I guess he would have
so.
had to. Yeah, I guess he would have had to. Okay, so that's not that crazy. It's so dumb that we give pitchers MVP awards. So
why?
Because they have Cy Young awards.
They have Silver Slugger awards too.
Silver Slugger goes to every position. There's not just one overall hitter award. There is. It's the MVP.
It's lame. Pitchers. And this is coming from somebody that hates pitchers. I'm definitely hitter friendly. It's fine. It's fine.
Defense.
If you're that good. If you got to climb uphill to get there, but you can do it.
Give me Bobby Witt Jr. Give me Bobby Witt Jr. That's who I'm taking.
Are you doing Bobby and Shohei?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing Shohei. Are we a real serious radio show here? Like, how do you not do Shohei?
I'd say I would probably honestly say the exact same things as you, but in the spirit of this, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to throw flyers at you. Give me
J-Rod.
No, I don't like J-Rod that much. I don't know. I feel like he's not lived up to the hype since he had his first couple of years. I feel like he's, not digressed, but just hasn't kept climbing like everybody else.
A little
bit. Because wasn't him and Bobby are the same class, weren't they?
He's been really good. He's
I guess he hasn't lived up
better
to,
than he gets credit for, but it does feel like there's still something there.
He hasn't lived up to Bobby's climb, and they're the same class, if I'm not mistaken on that. Because I'm pretty sure they came
remember if they're the same class, but
I think they are, because I think that him and Bobby split the number one prospect back and forth. All right, I'm throwing flyers at you because you picked them. Give me Roman Anthony in the AL. I don't think it's going to be Judge. I'll say the field.
Roman Anthony is a flyer.
He's the fifth best odds.
No love for Wyatt Langford.
I don't even know where he's 40-1.
Yeah.
I like Roman Anthony. I don't know. I mean, you could have another J-Ram year. He'd feel it's like he never gets old. He always is awesome. I love J-Ram.
He's one of the most underrated players in baseball.
Yeah. Caminero.
I think
one that I like.
No, he's not getting enough home runs.
I don't think he will either, but
he's a good player.
I think he'll have a big year.
He's a good player, but he's not gaudy enough. I think my favorite long odds bet is the Royals to win the World Series. 40-1 on the Royals feels just like a screaming bargain. I'm sure that I already have that somewhere, but I'm going to go take it again.
You want to know? You want to know a really insane stat to think about? 5 years ago, Michael Garcia has better MVP odds than Mike Trout.
Wow.
70-1 Garcia, 80-1 Mike Trout.
The fall of Trout happened too soon. I don't know if he can get it back, because before Shohei, he may have been the best baseball player we've ever seen since Barry Bonds. Yeah, that's too bad. I think the Royals are my favorite. Curtis on X chimes in, says he did Dodgers Royals World Series for $200. No. This isn't a bet. This is MLB.TV. He did a bundle.
That's
so,
what I'm saying.
So if you get the Royals, then you can add a team.
Yeah, you can add everybody. I believe is what I read yesterday. Is
the way I'm reading this from Chris is you got Dodgers plus Royals for $200.
I don't know. I thought I saw the whole MLB TV package because originally
I did MLB TV for $150.
Yeah, I think you can do that plus the Royals for $50 is what the bundle was. But anyways,
I think the Royals are a whole separate
I'm
deal.
telling you, man. I looked at it yesterday. I'm telling you. Anyways,
I've looked at it forever.
Anyway, I haven't made my picks here. Okay, can I make my NL MVP?
Yes, you
pick?
did. You just gave me like 6 of them.
Can I have an NL one? I gave you like 6 AL picks.
Oh, I thought you said you were taking
Roman Anthony is my AL pick. MLB, yeah, I'm picking Shohei too, but I got to give you a flyer as well. PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong.
No, really?
It's a flyer. You want a flyer? I give you a flyer.
Oh man. I don't know who my flyer in the National League would be. I honestly haven't even thought about it. Give me he's too young. He's too young, but I'll give you a flyer. Jackson Chourio. He's not there yet. He's only like 21.
40 to 1.
Yeah. He's a little too young, but he's probably going to be pretty awesome. He's probably going to be pretty awesome.
You can get Connor Griffin at 75 to 1, who's not even in the major league
called up yet for the MVP.
Yes, he has better odds than Will Smith, Nico Horner, Matt Chapman, Mason Wynn, Bryce Terang. You can get better odds on Connor Griffin than Bryce Terang, who just started for the Team USA.
Sucker bet. Bryce Terang, who hits no home runs. Right? He's all speed. All speed for Bryce Terang.
I could not tell you.
Okay, Sweet 16. You loving anything in the Sweet 16 tonight? Texas, Purdue. Purdue's minus 7.5. Nebraska, Iowa, minus 1.5 to
Nebraska,
your
Iowa
Cornhuskers.
Way better game than Texas, Purdue. I'll tell you that much. What we get 4 games today?
4 games.
All
Arkansas, Arizona, which could be a blast.
That's gonna be
Arizona
awesome.
minus 7.5, and Illinois, Houston in the game I don't want to see anybody lose. Houston minus 2.5. You loving any of that?
I'm terrified.
Are you honor bound to take Nebraska minus 1.5?
I am, but I freaking hate that I have to root against Iowa. I hate that it drew out that way.
I can't believe you would root against Ben McCollum.
I think I like Ben McCollum more than I like my bracket pool bet of Nebraska to win. But by principle, I feel like I have to root for Nebraska because I've made myself into this Nebraska personality now.
I don't know who I would take in that game. That's the challenge there. I don't even know who I like in that game.
Arkansas, Arizona is a CBS game at 8:45 p.m. You got to be kidding me.
I got to get a piece of this. Boy, Arizona feels like they could smash Arkansas, but Arkansas's got that look in their eye. Houston, I like Houston minus 2.5. I do, as much as I love Brad Underwood.
You know what I think? I think that you take the points on all of them, put a parlay together.
Just take all the dogs?
All the points, yes. I think Texas will cover.
I think Texas could, but
Iowa and
Texas,
Nebraska's terrifying.
Texas
I think
has
Arkansas
14.
can cover.
I don't know, man. Texas has 14 losses. Purdue is such a reputation team this year. Like, we're all remembering, like, Purdue. The only thing that's carried over from any of those teams, like, this is now Smith's still there, but they're 2 seed, so they're not underrated, but they've looked really good. I love this, man. I love this. Is the Sweet 16 your favorite round?
No, 64, but it's up there. 64 is
the best games, man. The
best
games are so good.
This is the best of the second weekend and beyonds because you just get the quantity and quality factor is into it. Like, the games are going to get better the later you go, obviously, but like this one, like, there's not going to be a bad game, and there's still 8 of them.
Yeah, there's still, you got 4 today, 4 tomorrow. There probably won't be a bad game. I mean, like when UConn was playing in this game, they could get not good when they're back-to-back years. But most of the time, these games are really good. Really good. And why not? It's a Sweet 16. I love it. I can't wait for it. We'll see who Tim Fitzgerald likes in it. See if he's still on Arizona. I assume he is. And we'll talk about spring football for K-State. What are we going to learn today as it opens up? What did we learn from Colin Klein yesterday as he spoke to the media? That's next on Sports Day.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Daily is on KFH. And now, digging deeper with the teams you follow, it's another Sports Daily Insider interview on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you. Again, thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee this morning for all the great fuel to get us through our day. It's opening day in Major League Baseball. Tim Fitzgerald joins us. Go PowerCat.com. Fitz, it's opening day of spring football there in Manhattan.
It's March. How's it opening day of baseball? You're a liar.
It's not just March. It's March. Have you been outside? Go feel the air. It doesn't feel like baseball weather to you?
It feels like summer weather. Like, I don't know. This is early. Am I crazy?
It's early. It's early. But only by a few days. My birthday's Monday, and I feel like there have been a lot of baseball seasons started by the time I have a birthday. So maybe not terribly early, but it does feel like 3 or 4 days early, yeah.
That's nice of your parents to arrange that, so you get to celebrate a birthday and get baseball season.
It's pretty nice. I'll agree. Pretty cool. Pretty handy. Fitz, what are you going to learn today? Well, before we go to today, what did you learn yesterday from Colin Klein?
I was going to say, I'm not going to learn anything today. I'm talking to you guys.
That's true.
I didn't really learn that much, to be blunt, because Colin, I'm not sure he knows exactly what he has. You know, an interesting stat was shared with me after the press conference by Brian Lackey, who handles media relations for football, that when the freshmen arrive in the summer, out of a 105-man roster limit, 53, literally more than half, will be new players between the portal and recruiting. That's an astonishing number, in case it's never been near that before, as far as I know. So he really is trying to figure out what he has. I'm sure there's some positions where he has a pretty good idea, quarterback, and other positions where it's a total mystery. And for me, that might be the defensive line. So it's going to be really interesting to see his attitude as this progresses. What his thoughts on his team are, because today or this morning, it's taking place right now, as a matter of fact, because they're a morning practice team now. Colin Klein's on the practice field as a head coach for the first time, and that's got to be a pretty cool experience for him.
What do you think that's like, Fitz? It's his first time being a head coach. I brought it up earlier this week talking to Wyatt, how much climate and how much Snyder does it look like out there? And, I guess in the same breath, how much Texas A&M does it look like out there? What do you think it's going to look like? Not, practice field, but obviously in the games as well.
Well, I think it's going to be a mashup of all those things. I sense a lot of Bill Snyder here, a lot of organizational things, thinking about a football game at maybe a higher level, almost like a chess match, which is something Coach Snyder did. But I also see the kind of approach to managing a team in a locker room that closer resembles Chris Kleiman, because the times have changed. I don't think Bill Snyder could be doing what how he handled the team in the past in this newer era. I think it feels like everything shifted during the pandemic, and now the teams require a little bit different handling, and I think Colin understands that. And I think Colin's, he's in that perfect demographic to be able to adjust to all these radical changes in college football. And I think him stepping on the field today is going to be a remarkable thing, but boy, he's got a lot of work to do to put together a team.
I mean, it's the biggest concern, right? We all worry about this, and they ran the last coach out. It's a new coach, all the philosophies, all the organization he wants. If he doesn't have players that are good enough, they're not going to win enough games.
Yeah.
Do they have players that are good enough?
Well, with so many coming through the portal, you literally don't know what you're going to get. You can watch film of a guy, decide he fits what you want, and he shows up and he's maybe horrendous in the locker room, or it didn't really reflect what he's able to do or unable to do. So, yeah, the portal, the signings of these guys are so quick, mistakes are made. and things are missed. So you don't really know what you got, but I think he feels pretty good about the talent level they brought in, whether it is to be a frontline guy or a depth piece. I think they feel pretty good about what they did in the portal.
Fitch, you said it. There's 53 new guys that are coming in, so I don't even know. I don't even know what to look for. What do you look for? What are you trying to figure out right now?
Well, for me, it's more big picture. The fall for me will be drilling down more into positions, but I just kind of want to see where everything's going to be coming together, how the players react to all these changes, because they're going to come at things a little bit differently. There will be more of a hybrid practice between what Snyder did and what Kleiman did. They'll be on the practice field a little bit more than they have been recently. And they'll also be doing it, as I mentioned, in the morning, which Snyder didn't do. So that must be an Elko thing that he picked up from Texas A&M.
Does Colin Klein, does he appear to have the same recruiting cachet now as he did in the time he was elevated at K-State, the Avery Johnson era of recruitment? Is he still commanding that type of attention, you think, on the trail?
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, he played 14 years ago was his last season. You do the math. We're all in the media, so it's not easy for us to do, but if you're recruiting an 18-year-old, they didn't watch you play or they don't remember it. But his legacy lives on through the internet. It's so easy to find the Honey Badger highlights and watch how he played. And it's he's still got a big name out there, and people know him, particularly players, coaches. So he does carry a lot of weight when he's out recruiting. And typical Colin, though, he doesn't play that up a lot. He's a very humble man.
What was was this our first true Colin Klein press conference that got hired, right?
Yeah, we had the press conference hire, and I don't think we've had one since.
I was gonna say I don't think
yeah.
so. But what's the Kleiman versus Klein press conference report? I saw somebody say that he did not say "Good afternoon, everyone."
Yes, so he went with something different, and he didn't make fun of me. So that was a positive.
Send him back.
I know.
I don't know about that.
He didn't learn much from Kleiman, now did he? But it was really laid back. He's really comfortable with this, guys. There's not an edge of, like he's being an imposter here, and he's just kind of faking it until he gets it. He has landed with his feet on the ground solidly, and he seems to understand every next step, and he's planned for it. And that's what his coaches are saying. The planning, which is very Snyder-esque again, is meticulous, and the attention to details a little bit stunning. So the coaches are in a little awe of their boss too.
It's a new era. Tim Fitzgerald, GoPowerCat.com. Let's talk about March Madness a little bit, Fitz. Big 12. Not as many teams here in this portion of the tournament, maybe as we'd hoped, with the three there. But the three there, I do feel like have good shots to win a national championship. What do you think of the representation through the first two rounds for the conference?
I agree with all of what you said. You stop and think about it. Sweet 16, in theory, would be the top four seeds in every bracket. Never works out that way. So really, the only one who didn't advance that we thought would be Kansas. But I'm going to put an asterisk on that by saying St. John's had no business being a 5 seed. I mean, at the very least, Kansas should have been the 5 seed and St. John's the 4. But aside from that, I think St. John's probably was better on the 3 line. So that game's kind of an outlier for me. But they advanced who they needed to advance. But I realized this the other day. I did a video about it. You think about that middle of the conference, the BYUs and Techs who had injuries but still remain pretty good teams in this conference, and UCF and TCU, and think about what happened when K-State played those teams. Now they're kind of competitive with TCU, but everyone else smoked them. Those weren't Sweet 16 teams. So that's how far K-State basketball has fallen. They can't even compete with teams that just make the bracket. And that is horrendous. Casey Alexander's got a lot on his plate.
Fitz, how fast do you think things are going to happen for the basketball team? I know the portal doesn't open until April 7th, but everybody knows that if you're going portaling, everybody knows you're going portaling, and everybody breaks the rules because there are no rules. How fast do we see a roster get put together?
It was a great summation of the portal. I really don't know because he's never done it this way before. And that was a question we got on a podcast that I recorded yesterday that releases later this morning. He's never used the portal to his advantage. And now he'll be bringing in players, probably in theory, from Belmont and other players that might know him. But how's he going to use the portal if he says, I need a key piece, kind of a go-to guy or something like that? How will he use that? How will he be aggressive? Will he be financially? It's all things I'm eager to find out, but it's pretty easy to build a roster now. It's not easy to build a team, and he's had a history of building teams. So we'll see what he can put together in year one.
Do we have any examples of year one coaches having success without the portal? I get it, but you're going to have to use the portal.
Yeah,
you're going to have to use the portal.
He's going to use the portal. It's just he's never really delved into it that much, but everyone points to Ben McCollum at Iowa and, how he came up through Drake and Northwest Missouri State, and that's a comp. I don't totally buy into that comp, but it does show that a guy coming up from a lower level in this evolving world of college athletics can adjust pretty well to what's going on right now in power conferences with basketball.
I'll ask it this way, Fitz. He's going to use the portal. How much will the portal make a major impact outside of the Belmont guys? Let's call them non-portal guys, even though they are. But we'll just say he's coming with them or whatever. Do they go get a big splash to play along with those guys, or what do you think that looks like?
I think they have to. I mean, you've got to build a roster. You're not going to return much from this team. I don't know how many players from Belmont will come, but let's just say it's 4, which I think is more than it will be. If you retain at most 3 guys from the previous coaching staff, now you're at 7 out of what can be a 15-man roster. Yeah, you're going to use the portal. How he'll use it is what's interesting to me. Will he go for that, a PJ Haggerty, a headliner that's in the portal? Or will he isolate on guys that he knows can play who might be coming up from a different level? See, this is Casey Alexander's strength, is identifying dudes that are able to play at a higher level. And he's done that. He's recruited a lot of guys to Belmont who are now playing at power level basketball through the portal. So I imagine he'll be able to recognize that from guys that have been playing in conferences like the Missouri Valley that are also ready to move up.
You know what's really interesting? You bring up McCollum in the portal. I'm just looking as we're talking, and like all their players are Drake guys, all of them, except one who came from Robert Morris of their main dudes. I didn't even realize that. So maybe the Belmont guys can come over and just be competitive. The Drake guys did it at Iowa. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a whole new world, and we'll see how quickly he can adjust to being on the taking end of the portal instead of the giving.
All right, Fitz. GoPowerCat.com. Enjoy spring football. Go to GoPowerCat.com for all your coverage of spring football at K-State. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you, boys.
We'll be right back. We got more Sports Daily. Don't go away.